That was unbelievable.
How good was that?
I mean, it's something about being here. I mean, I said, reminds me of Quick Frampton. It felt like that.
Yeah.
This is just, these guys, they're not blessed with massive, massive nights, and they've got one March 1st. This is a brilliant fight, and a fight that you could debate, a fight that you can talk about. You know, I was actually thinking on the plane here about Paddy Donovan's power and about the sharpness and the speed of his punches. I think he's very live and dangerous in this fight by knockout as well. We know that Lewis Crocker is. We know that Paddy Donovan may be the question marks. Last time out, he only had, what, 3 or 4 weeks to prepare. Can he get hurt down the straight? I think conditioning is going to be key in this fight. You know, I think to see a fit, strong, 100% Paddy Donovan is going to be tough to beat. And Lewis Crocker in front of these fans, it's going to be an absolute thriller. It's going to be a night, one of the great atmospheres.
What was your main takeaway from that, Eddie?
I'll be honest, I think Paddy is nervous. You know, like you see in the head-to-head, you know, when you're up close, you can see. And I think Paddy is nervous, you know, in a, but not in a fearful way. Just it is a massive stage for him. Like Lewis Crocker headlined at the Odyssey before. You know, he's boxed Conor Walker as a main event in Birmingham. He's definitely been in, say, not necessarily deeper, but he's been on bigger moments. And this is a big moment for Paddy Donovan. He's coming into the backyard. Look at this boy, look. Hey, mate, come here.
Come in.
Come on.
Live on DAZN, welcome.
You can't just walk in the stream, yeah? Tell us your name.
Edward Harty. Martin Donovan, I'm Paddy.
I know, you look it. Tell me, in you know, no bad language, what happens on March 1st, and why are you so confident your brother wins this fight?
Paddy, you have more power, you have more skill, you have better footwork. I believe Paddy will do the job.
Paddy will knock him like a red ton of bricks on March 1st.
Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Up Paddy, up the real deal.
Cheers, boys.
Boys, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, after. Yeah.
We'll get them on the top table, I think, with you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Darren was talking about the size difference.
Yeah.
Not a lot in it when you saw the face-to-face there.
But it really interested. I mean, I love it when the trainers get involved as well.
That was great.
And obviously Andy's incredibly passionate about Paddy Donovan. Don't forget that before we signed Paddy Donovan, he was with Top Rank, and Andy was pushing him so hard to get his opportunity. And this is a massive opportunity. I mean, this is to become mandatory challenger for Jerome Boots Ennis. It's likely that Boots will unify in April. Once he does that, there's also a big chance that he moves up. There could be an opportunity for the winner of this fight to be in a vacant title fight, again, in an easier fight than Jerome Boots Ennis. You win the World Welterweight Championship, you are in a golden position with the likes of Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, you know, any of the other big boys, Teofimo Lopez moving up to 147 pounds. Well, this is a life-changing opportunity. And you know, when you get two young fighters that haven't been spoilt yet by the fame and the riches, they are ready to give it everything on March 1st. And it will be a barn burner.
So is that what you push for? Does the winner, we know that politics and whatever, sometimes these things don't happen, but the winner here is likely or 100% going to be fighting for the IBF World title?
The winner of this fight will be mandated to fight Jerome Boots Ennis. After Boots' next fight, he will get a letter from the IBF to say you now have 30 days to negotiate with Paddy Donovan or Lewis Crocker. Now, when Boots unifies the division, there's every chance that he's going to move to 54. Then it becomes the winner of this fight against the next available. You know, and that is a fight you can bring to Ireland. So this is, and if, by the way, if Boots doesn't move up, the winner of this fight's Boots in a massive payday and a massive opportunity for the world title.
What's the preferred option for Boots? Is it Stanionis, that unification with Stanionis?
Yeah, I mean, Stanionis, Barrios. Norman's, you know, wants a warm-up fight because he got injured. So Stanionis or Barrios, really. You know, we know that the fight potentially with Teofimo is there. We know that the fight with Ortiz is there. But Boots has got one thing on his mind, just unify the division. He's so desperate to do that, and that'll be the aim.
You mentioned Paddy McCrory against a big domestic name.
Yeah.
Any clues?
I don't want to call them out because they've kind of accepted the fight and we're just waiting to finalise it all. But it's a really good fight up at 175 pounds. Again, you know, that plus Tommy McCarthy against Stephen Ward, plus Rory Farrell against Gerard Hughes, and there'll be one more championship fight on the broadcast as well. So tickets selling very well for this show already. It's going to be completely packed out March 1st.
Albeit, Eddie, we're here to talk about this great show on March 1st. We also have to give the fans a little bit of a live update where we can. News breaking overnight about Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. What can you tell us?
Yeah, very late last night with His Excellency and Conor Benn in his hotel. We got the fight signed. His Excellency made the announcement. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Conor Benn v Chris Eubank is on. 2 years after the first one. It's going to be one of the great build-ups of a fight you've ever seen. And obviously with Tyson Fury retiring, it is the biggest fight in British boxing. And, you get a few haters that say, no, it's not. Tell me a bigger fight in British boxing than Ben Eubank. It's a stadium fight. It's going to be a red-hot ticket. The build-up's going to be unbelievable. We know the narrative, we know the history, we know the legacy of the fathers. But this is a fight between a very young, hungry welterweight moving to middleweight, and it's real personal now. Real personal. You're going to love the build-up, but you're going to love the fight even more. We bring Nigel over. I'm sure Eubank Senior will be there in his droves, and this is a proper fight with real bad blood. And I can't wait.
Also, we heard of Tyson Fury's retirement. I see an interview recently, you talking about AJ's next potential opponents. Can you give us anything?
Yeah, I mean, people put me on the spot, say, well, who else? And what I said was, our 2 preferred options are Tyson Fury and the winner of Dubois against Parker. But if Tyson Fury never fights again, and we don't get the winner of Dubois Parker, AJ's still going to fight.
Right.
He's ready to almost return to camp. He wants to fight around May or June, and they asked me for some names. Bacoli got his back up the other day a little bit with a call out. There could be a potential big fight in Africa. I think that's an unlikely fight. Deontay Wilder is a fight that I think coming off the defeat, people would still love to see. If Wilder comes back with a win, looks like he's scheduled to fight in February. Dillian White, another name that's floating around. I don't know. I mean, these are just names that I'm plucking out because AJ will fight.
When?
May or June.
Right.
I think realistically, as he starts camp towards the end of this month, I think that's a realistic time. And we'll see what happens with Tyson Fury in the meantime. I can't see Mr. Fury leaving this fight on the table.
It was cryptic as well, wasn't it?
What did you make of that?
The announcement?
Dick
I think he's probably... I think he still feels that he won that fight against Usyk. I think that's where he talks about, Dick Turpin and that kind of stuff. AJ started calling him out. Usyk had a little bit of a dig at the awards. Maybe he's just gone, right, the day you start to predict what's going on in Tyson's head, you're going to be there all day. So if he has retired, he's had a wonderful career, he's been a brilliant servant to British boxing, good luck to him. The cynic in me, my gut feeling, if I said to you, gut feeling, will we see him in the ring again?
Probably say AJ by the end of the year.
Yeah, but, again, I said, one of my interviews, I said, it's the kind of thing I'd do because it might get you a better deal. It's almost like if you want to bring me out of retirement, mate, you better show me what's on the table. But when the dust settles and you're sitting at home and you're a couple of weeks in or a couple of months in and you're a little bit bored and you've got the buzz of 100,000+ people at Wembley Stadium and the biggest fight in the sport and the greatest fight in British boxing history, are you going to leave it on the table? We shall see.
We do have to remind the fans at home watching live here, tickets on sale for Crocker-Donovan, ticketmaster.ie. Eddie, what is your promise to all those coming to the SSE Arena on March 1st? What will be delivered for those?
You will get one of the great atmospheres. There's something about this city, but there's something particularly about all Irish fights. As Crocker said there, some people are billing it as North v South. This is Belfast against Limerick, and it's going to be lively in there. You heard it today, that's just a press conference. Wait till you witness March 1st. A brilliant undercard and a great all-Irish fight of massive global importance in the world welterweight division. 2 fantastic undefeated fighters and a great clash of styles. This fight won't go 12 rounds. It'll be electric.
And just finally, of course, we roll into the first UK Matchroom show with Dalton Smith as well next week.
Yeah, double header. We've got the broadcast running the whole way through. We're up in Nottingham with Dalton Smith going for the European title, one of the few titles that he hasn't won before he fights for the world title, hopefully in 2025. Conor Walker, we saw in a fight of the year with Lewis Crocker in a great fight against Harry Scarr for the British and Commonwealth. Ellie Scotney going for the IBF and IBO in a really good fight against Miyamoto. It's going to be a very tough night's work as well. And then stateside, I tell you, a brilliant fight. Diego Pacheco against Steve Nelson. 2 guys ranked very highly in the world governing bodies. Sooner or later, Diego's going to get called into that mandatory position for Canelo Alvarez later on in the year. It's a big fight for him. Andy Cruz in action against Saucedo in a brilliant fight at 135 pounds. And Tito Mercado against Jose Pedraza. Bring in Zaquin Moses as well and a lot of great young talent. And also Nishant Dev. making his professional debut, and another Olympian to be announced in the next few days. Big signing for us as we get ready for a few big signings in the next couple of weeks.
He's quite good at this, isn't he?
He's all right. Yeah, I think you should take it up full time. Eddie, thanks so much.
I think
for
you
joining
got
us. Go on,
quite
sorry.
good at this mixed up with goat.
Did you say that? Go. Yeah, go.
I mean, I don't want to blow my own tongue. Tell me a better promoter than me ever in the sport.
Don King. Bob Arum. Frank Warren. Final reminder.
Funny way to end in your P45.
I've heard that a few times. I'm still here, so I must be doing something right. Ticketmaster.ie. Get your tickets for this tremendous fight. What a fight it is. Crocker-Donovan. If you weren't excited for March 1st, I think it's safe to say you are now. We'll see you next week.